Hey, what's up everyone? Upstart here with RyXe Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Sands of Salzaar. Even though, in the previous episode, at the end, I said that I wasn't sure if that one was gonna be the end of this series, this playthrough, and I decided after that you know what, maybe it would be a good thing to continue it on for a little bit longer. Obviously, not another 14, 15 episodes. What would that be? I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyways, you might be wondering, why is it that I'm a solo right now? My party is completely and totally empty, and we'll actually have more squad slots now. I had 19, now I have 29, and once you become a boss, you get plus 10, and what that means is simply you just have to be the leader of a faction, which I am currently. And I'll explain this in a little bit. So let's go to the legacy. We ended the playthrough on the previous episode with or the game is what I'm trying to say. We ended the run is what I'm trying to say with 160 legacy points. But as it said at the end with that last message, you can still continue to play with that character, and I'm guessing to continue to get these achievements or whatever you want to call them, objectives or whatnot, to continue earning legacy points. And that's I did mention that at the end of the previous episode about trying out again Pahoe Hoe Lava Void one more time to see if I can defeat it. The last time I tried it, I didn't defeat it. I didn't beat it because I had been solo, and that was before even I was already level 20, but that was before I got any characters into my team. This time, well, it was definitely much easier. We got that done. I got 7 extra points plus 5 because I have the 5 in town planner for conquering Redstone Keep, and currently I have Astrid as the Sultan, or as the ruler of this place. I was just testing out some stuff, and I currently have her doing that. So normally you would just be, if you wouldn't assign anyone to like a place, like a town you conquered or an outpost, you would be able to deal with the garrison, which is to see how many squads, or it doesn't matter if it's a squad or a character. You can have them. They don't matter. You would be able to add those into who's defending, I guess, or who's stationed here. Like in this case here, where I have all 6 of my characters stationed at this place. Obviously, because the only one I own, or I am ruler of. And I added all my characters. Sorry, I bumped the microphone. I added all my squad members, all my squad characters or squads or whatever, into this place just to test it out. It was just like let's just F it, let's just check stuff out. And well, I can't do anything with this because I'm not the city administrator, because Astrid is. I put her on that. I can't do any building stuff. But let's go. We can still go into intel and then click on our faction. Obviously we're the leader, so let's go into diplomacy and strategy now that we can, because we have a faction. We can appoint a sultan. That's what I did to put her into onto Astrid as the ruler of Redstone Keep. We can also depose the sultan, which we can take her off of there. Reassign personnel. I don't know what that means really, because once I click on it, it just is blank. It's a blank list because I have no characters or no squad members or no squads with me. So maybe that's something that's what's happening there. Muster up a squad is to like call people in or something, and disband a squad I don't really get. Disband faction is kind of self-explanatory, and then I'm all good. It's just out of the just get out of this menu. So depose the sultan. Let's Redstone Keep. Astrid is the sultan of Redstone Keep these days. Are you sure you want to fire them? When you appoint someone as like a ruler of a city, or the sultan of a keep of a city or a town, you get you increase your reputation with them. Though obviously doing the opposite will obviously do the opposite. Became the sultan of Redstone Keep. The last time it said that I lost some favor with her. I don't know if it did the same this time. It seems not, but I remember last time it did, so I don't know what's happening. It doesn't, well, it doesn't really matter. Um, this time around, apparently it didn't. That's fine with me. I just want to be able to go into these options. So right here you have character, squad, character slash squad. So you can have up to 30, I guess, in each of them. I don't know if that's from the very beginning or not, due to if you go into buildings, obviously you can't do anything here because we're already like we're already super late game with almost 500 days upon us. But normally you should be able to do something like this, maybe. No, I just want to get out of the menu. I'm guessing you would have been able to like upgrade the place or something. Maybe if not this one, these other places, of course. You can remove them. Let's hit no on that one. Let's I'm guessing this right here increases how many soldiers we can have, probably. Traditional, blah blah blah. Oh no, that's something else. Okay, I'm gonna remove it and hit yes, just so we can test it out real quick. So we can add stuff right here. I'm guessing we can't do this for some other reason. Base must be level 1 plus. I don't know what that means exactly. I can't really do any upgrading here. I don't know how that works. Let's cancel that. It doesn't say anything about levels here, does it? Max ongoing constructions. And these are all the characters and squads assigned here. Caravans, garrison max, let's see, weapons, prosperity, prestige. That's about it. So I have no clue what that's really about. How to, upgrade it in because there's no options here to get it to +1. Maybe you have to get conquer other outposts that are related to this place, because I only have Redstone Keep. I don't have the outposts. Anyways, so I was thinking about continuing another playthrough, a short one. Try to keep it short because we've already seen most of the story and whatnot. It would just be I would want to do one with the Sultan class, because to me that's more like a class that's focused on like city building type thing, city building RTS. I feel maybe. I already looked into it a little bit, well, because I made a new character with the Sultan just to check out the Sultan class, just to see what it was about. And there's a lot of this going on, and this right here, there's just too few options to deal with. Like the trade was one slot over there, 2 right here, there's another one here, that one, and the keep, right? There's nothing else really to deal with. The other one has like basically a whole village to himself, and you have to develop it and whatnot. And I'm feeling like having to do that. We're gonna deal with the Nameless character in a little bit, but just looking into this a little bit more. So I could put the granary back or put a training arena. Obviously I can't do this one because I have no clue what this right here means. Let's go back with the granary. It needs to construct. Obviously it's gonna cost me materials, resources, and there's gonna be time involved in that. So right now it says one day's in progress. So I don't know if it's gonna take 1 day to construct. I don't know. I could terminate it if I want to, blah blah blah. Let's see what else. Cancel that garrison. So in here in this garrison option, I don't think you could put yourself in there. Don't think so. Nope, no such thing. Okay. So you can like contract or hire characters. I'm guessing they gain XP as they fight here, like just as they would if they were out and about fighting with you, maybe. I don't know how you can like change. Well, I guess actually I think I do know. The way to be able to recruit other types of squads, I guess, would be like where the buildings, they gave us the option to let's just do it. It doesn't matter. To put the scorpion tent, and that one will allows recruitment of toxic scorpions. Exactly like that. Things like that. I think that's, I don't know. There's probably much more to this than just what I'm looking at right now. But there isn't really much that I can really explain. I'm just going about this just for the sake of it. Anyways, let's get out of that option. So back into the legacy. So town planner, we only have 5 points because I think it has something to do with the towns plus the outposts. The outposts are definitely have to be involved in that. I think so. So we don't have this option just yet. This reward awards the treasure for Redstone Keep. You must first capture and occupy Redstone Keep. I don't know if it's a bug or maybe there's just something else to this, that you have to have the entirety of the Redstone Keep outpost as well, not just the Redstone Keep town itself, but all the outposts that are part of it, so you can get those points. So that's why I only have the points for just capturing one place instead of the entire thing. So that's why I have those extra points right there, and we can continue adding these points to our, if we continue playing this, that our character, that our end game, post game character, let's say, we could continue doing these. Obviously, it would be better to have some character that did these over here, these achievements here sooner, because obviously it says expires after 120 days. It's more like you just don't get as many points, and obviously the longer you take to complete these right here, the less points you'll get. It would be nice to do those early on, but that would mean you also have to level sooner, because things obviously get harder. Getting new characters early on as well, something I didn't do, etc, etc. We can keep increasing our legacy points. I don't know if it'll work if you finish the game with another character, if that would stack. I don't know exactly how that would work, but I wouldn't try it anyways, because I'm already having points with this one. This one's already strong. When you can probably just play another one and forget about the main quest line. Just level up and play as freely as you'd like. Anyways, because of capturing this place, which was obviously owned by the Nasir, since we had the reputations increased because of the fight with the Ifrit and having that peace treaty thing in the main quest line. Well, it wasn't that, we had it kind of sort of ish high, but then after becoming a new faction, basically you declared war on all the rest. Even though the Nasir controlled this place, they don't exactly hate us, but there is a problem with the characters. If we go down over here, since we basically usurped Husnu, which was a sultan of this place, well, he obviously is antagonistic now. He completely hates us to the bone, and I'm guessing that'll happen when we capture other places with other characters. The same thing would happen, or something similar. You're obviously going to be attacked. You have to be wary of those types of things. It's more town management ish than just you going around. That's why I think appointing a sultan, the only thing that really does is to have someone deal with building stuff, build with upgrading stuff, deal with sending quests out on characters and whatnot that are there, so you won't have to do it while you're away, I'm guessing. Anyways, I think that's mostly it with this. Let us head over to the character creation, just so we can start looking at the Nameless class, because there's not really much else with this that I'm aware of that I can really explain. That's as far as I can really go. Alright everyone, so just a quick update actually before we get to looking at the Nameless class. And actually this is actually I'm gonna do a re-record of that, which you'll see obviously, but you won't be seeing the previous one that I did, because the reason for that is because as you can see here, if you look at my UI around, I'm on day 657. The prestige doesn't really matter anymore because our talent's already full. I have almost 1 million Utar, 53k wood, 58k, almost 59 ironstone, 2.3, almost 2.4k jade. The food doesn't matter. So what I decided to do is, I thought that, I think would be a good idea, because actually, little spoiler here, I do have plans on making a quick and I'm gonna try to keep it very short playthrough of the Sultan class. So look forward to that. Anyways, into my legacy here, the legacy points. You currently have 375 because after capturing or sieging, I'll say conquering, um, Redstone Keep, I was like, you know what? I think it would, if I'm gonna start a playthrough of the Sultan class, I think it would be a good idea to start it anew, but with a bunch more legacy points. That way, I have the biggest advantage possible. Well, possible to me, you know, with this mess that I have here, and so so it could be easier for me, so I can just do it faster, kind of thing, is what I was trying to go for. And well, anyways, town planner. I already have the 80 points here. It's each town gives you 5, as it says here, 5 legacy per town. So you don't necessarily need to have like conquer everything. I think you just need to conquer, what is it? I don't know. I'm not good at math. I'm really not good at math. 16 places, I think. I don't know. I don't really. I'm terrible at math. But anyways, you don't have to conquer everything, like completely and totally everything. Maybe just like, um, I think I got the 80 points after conquering everything of Redstone Keep, everything in Umbra Cliffs, and maybe 1 or 2 random other places like that. And that's how I get max 80. So it won't give you any more if you continue, but you do lose points if you lose if you like if one of the ones that you have captured or conquered is taken back by or taken away by some other, or conquered by another tribe or faction or whatnot. Of course, if you're like past the limit, let's say you just need, let's say you needed 10 to have the 80. I'm just giving an example. And you had 11, but on 10 you were already at 80. The 11th would give you an extra 5, though obviously there's a limit here, a max of 80. So if you were to lose one, it wouldn't go down, but if you were to lose another one, you would lose 5 legacy points. I don't know if I'm making myself clear, but that's how that's how that worked out. I got to see it by chance. Anyways, so I've basically done all of these Agadir treasures for each of the main towns, because these are only available for the main towns. I figured it out after I'm like, you know what? Hold up. Wasn't there like someone special here? Someone's attacking me. We'll deal with that. I'm not even gonna. I don't even care. Anyways, the mysterious witch. I had forgotten completely about this person, even though it looks like a dude, because you know there's a beard right there. Anyways, maybe something half and half, whatever. Um, Before you become the sultan of a place or the ruler of a place, the mysterious witch simply tells you that you can't talk, that they have nothing to tell you, or blah blah blah, because you're not the sultan of this place or something like that. Well, apparently there's like some sort of wonders, or like um, they give you a dialogue once you talk to them the first time, but right now they don't give it to me anymore. They just say if I'm ready. Basically, like right here, let's say an ancient sanctuary that has been sealed away. The emblem of the Ember Society glows faintly on the walls. Only the Sultan of Redstone Keep may tread this place. That's basically the only thing, the same thing for every other like main town, like Dire Springs, I believe it's called, Dune Storm, Frost Valley. You know, the main ones. Fleur, not the outposts. The outposts don't count. Those don't matter. All of them seem to be about the same level in recommended level. Party mode, it's just one floor, it's just a boss. Prep time, they're all 24 hours, and they all have the same cost of 2,000 Utar and 15 J to explore. The drop, the loot that they have is different. They don't all have the same ones, but they don't have their loot table, as far as I'm concerned, is not very expansive or very wide. It's just maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 types of items. I don't know. This one has that, but there's others that just have 1 or 2 or something like that, but they don't have many. Though there are different types of rarities for them, you know, like the common, the rare, the epic or legendary, or you know, whatnot. Anyways, I'm not gonna go into that. It's basically just a boss that you have to fight. It's fairly strong, but if you're all, you know, level 20, if you have your 4 characters, it shouldn't be too difficult. Anyways, I had completely and totally forgot about that. So that's how you get this part right here. Where are they? The treasure reward. The Redstone Keep treasure is basically you have to go into that and beat the boss, and that's how you get, you know, all these points over here. So I got 375 with done everything, you know, conquered every main town at the very least. Let's see, all these dungeons here that they don't have a time limit. Similar like these have time limits, as you can see, like it expires after 120 days, even though it does give you like a grace period after that, but you get less points. So you have to, I think it expires after 120. What happens is that you'd probably get less points, less and less, but if you do it before the 120, you'd probably get the full. I don't know, maybe. Anyways, so I'm unable to get these 3 points and the missing points here, so that's a total of 45, I believe, right here that I missed out on. 12, 12, and then 9, and then 7, and then 5. 45 right there that I missed out, plus these 20 for expert mode. But I'm not really counting that because I'm like, the playthrough's kind of long. 20 points, I don't feel it's worth it. In reality, you might as well just get the 20 points from the difficulty, though you can get those extra later if you were to do that. But anyways, so I'm missing 45 plus the 20 from here, 65 out of the 375. How much would that be? Then me add 5, I would be at 80. What would be 440 points or something like that? I don't know. I'm not counting properly. I'm not adding that up. So 375 is what I got. So I decided to, you know what, do that so I can start the next playthrough, the Sultan playthrough. Like I said, it's gonna be quick. We've already seen like the main, thing that we have to do with this character. So there's no need to watch the entire thing again. Just see how the town management works with the Sultan. Because the Sultan does have a ton more options to play around with, not like this one or just these regular towns that just have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 something slots to play around with, and then this one's just the main like town hall type thing, and then if you can upgrade it up to a certain limit, and that's it. That's basically all you do with this. But with the other one, there's more intricacies with that. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into that right now. So I decided, you know what? Why don't I have the most advantage possible? So that's why I did this, right? That's why I did all this down here. It took me about 200 days, as you can see, because in the last time where we left off, we were like about 440 or something, 444 or X amount of days around there, and now we're at 658. So if I go to my map, I basically conquered everything here. I basically own all of that. I own all of Redstone Keep. Crying Rock, I have actually been losing some to the Ifrit. Right here, Kata Town, Triptych Rock, the Southwest Outpost, Frost Valley. I have all of that except for Frost Valley because I lost that as well. Yeah. I got everything over here in Twin Luna. In West Okana Desert, I actually decided, I got lazy at the end right there, and I'm like, oh, it's taking me too long. It took me almost an entire day just to get all this done. 200 days in game, more or less. And so I'm like, you know what? Let me just conquer Doomstorm, the main 3 cities or towns in West Okana Desert, and call it a day. That's basically what I did, and I got those done. The Ifrit are actually just super strong, and I'm like, I don't think I want to do that. So I decided not to. Conquer like just everything. I'm like, they have way too many here, and then they're just gonna have way too many reinforcements. It's just not gonna work out. Just not gonna work out. So I decided to leave that as is. Anyways, so I think that's mostly it here. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I was dealing with the warehouse, and it's pretty darn nice to be able to have extra storage when you don't like to free up a bunch of space here. And here's a bunch of like loot that I've been getting from conquering those treasures, those wonders. They're called wonders, and you get an achievement for every single one. And it's basically all of them are called basically the same, just with the name of the town or city changed differently. The wonders of, and then let's say Redstone Keep, Fluor, Nagaka, Dire Springs, etc. Right? So these are the kind of loot you can get. You can get, I think, in those are where you get like the best loot possible. Because I managed to get a level 20 piece of equipment, and I think it's over here, not there. Inventory. I think I got, yeah, these right here, level 20 item. I think I got something stronger than that. This one, even though it's a level 16 in requirements, it's a level 21 item. Even though this was one of the things I got in one of those wonders places, but it came out common, which kind of sucked. But you know, anyways, I'm using a bow, even though yeah, I probably should do something different. Anyways, doesn't matter. So I've been able to get, you know, my phoenix, and you know, I have a ton of money. So this is the fastest way, I believe, if you conquer as many towns outposts as possible and you upgrade them with their respectives, you know, like jade quarries, their mines, their logging, their sawmills, whatever. That's like the fastest way to get money, because you get these income reports every 7 days, I believe. And right now, well, since I have just about everything, you know, that doesn't count Ifrit stuff. Uh, this is what you get. Is you know, I don't know if this is the default stuff because everything's already basically maxed out and everything. Mostly, because you do destroy stuff when you fight. It's a possibility of destroying something and you have to rebuild it and whatnot. But this you have your income. I have 22,000 coming in weekly right here on Utar, 6K coming in weekly of wood, almost 6 coming in weekly of ironstone, and 224 of jade. So that's a huge deal right there, and you know, just something to point out. You get these weekly reports that if you can't erase them, apparently, I don't know, they don't have that option, but they are erased after 30 days. Blah blah blah, all that good stuff. So that's kind of I'm gonna try to since this has actually doing this conquering everything kind of sort of helped me understand more of how this worked, which gave me much more experience on how to work with the Sultan, because with the Sultan I had only just conquered Redstone Keep when I actually did one episode of that, and I'm actually gonna probably just redo that one, and with, you know, better experience on that. Anyways, so now let's now finally let's head over to the Nameless class. I think I haven't missed anything. I always forget. I have terrible memory. Um, I don't even doubt that I will have I'll get Alzheimer's like super young. Maybe in the next 10 years I'd probably already have that, and I'm not even, for most people you'd be like, oh, that's old already. But anyways, let's get on to that. Okay. So just one more last thing before we head off to look at the Nameless class, and that's something that I had an idea of. I'm like, because I remember that I had maxed out my, you know, favor with Shukriya, which is another like tavern keeper, another bound character that you can't really do anything much with. Um, but as we figured out with Fadia, she gave us the Phoenix Tome, which allowed us to summon, you know, a Phoenix for 25 seconds into battle. And at the end, it said you get an achievement for that when you do it the first time, I guess. And you need to get them to 100 favorability, and these are harder to increase. You know, they're slower to increase than regular other characters. Anyways, um, and she says at the end to don't be unfaithful, blah blah blah. I don't know if that's to like um deter you from, you know, trying to get in like 100% favorability with other characters. Well not to do that, but to confess to these characters, these other bound characters. um and since I already did it with this one, I just got it to 100. I haven't done any confession type thing. I want to see if we get different items. I have a feeling we will, and I want to see what repercussions there will be with Fadia if we do this. So let's go ahead and go into here. She's already at 100, as you saw just moments ago. So let's go into confess and see what she tells you. Oh, I heard you were dating Fadia. Please don't be this way. We are still okay. Okay, so you can't really do anything else. Okay, that's basically it. Okay, with Fadia, you still get the same options. If you can, you buy around, want to know something, gift for you, confess. So I think it's just a one-time thing. You can't really, you know, undo it, I guess. Yeah, rumors spread. Well, not rumors, like gossip is what I'm trying to say. Gossip spreads real quick. So apparently you can't do anything with that. And I don't know if there's a way to undo this. Even if you were to talk to her, I already tried to confess. Maybe she would send the gossip over to Fadia that I tried to do this. Let's go check on Fadia. Let's see what she says. Okay, so back at Redstone Keep. Apparently we're getting attacked here, but that's not our business right now. We're talking to Fadia unless she has anything to say about me. So yeah, she doesn't. She only has these options, and once you get, confess to one, because it does ask. They do ask you, at least her, 3 times if you are sure about it. It's kind of like a warning to you, like maybe you won't be able to, um, confess to another character. So it would have been nice to see if Shukriya gave us something special, like a different type of item. You could probably Google that and find it maybe instead of watching this, but probably something I shouldn't say, but doesn't matter. Um, there's only confessing. I don't think there's any way to get out of the relationship anymore. At least I don't think so, unless there's options for the factions. If you go into Intel, like the diplomacy and strategy type faction, maybe these. No, they don't have any. Maybe she would have something. No, there's nothing to really do. There's not really much else, and then confessing is all really, that's all you can really do. So I think that's about it. So yeah, it seems that we can't really do much after you've already locked yourself in with one of these characters. So you gotta figure out which one has the better item that they give, or bonus that you get from them. I only know of this one. I'm probably gonna search it up on my own to find out what the other ones are, just to see which one is more convenient. You know, Anyways, most relationships these days are because of convenience. Anyways, doesn't matter. So let's head on to to the Nameless class now. Okay, so here we are once again in the character creation class selection screen. So one thing I noticed about these is that 6 of these characters have a plot quest, which is their own respective like personal quest for their class, and then they each, if everyone would get the main quest line regardless if they have plot quest or not. So these 3 have that: the Spiritmancer, Jackal, and Shaman, the Sultan, the Bounty Hunter, and the Beastmaster. And then there's 12 total, so including the Nameless, Knight Errant, Sentinel, Berserker, Hashashin, Blade Dancer, and the Nameless don't have that. So basically the Nameless is basically a clean sheet, though you are completely and totally wanted by all of the tribes. The main ones, the main factions. The other ones, like the Desert Brotherhood, the Alpine, whatever they're called, the Church of Radiance, and Wildfire Clique, whatnot, those things are just all default at -40. Anyways, so the Sultan class, as I was talking about it previously, so at least right here you have full Arcana control. At max the 3, you can learn all 3 levels, so you don't have to deal with wanting to get those options in the skills and whatnot. Anyways, and it's an easy class, probably like I mentioned before, because of starting with being able to start with your own town and whatnot. Anyways, the Nameless class. No followers. You're poor and maybe want to arrest it or declare war at will with other tribes. The Arcana, you have to choose if you're going to get it or not, and you're going to have to pay for it if you want it or not. Skills, you basically have no skills and you have to choose what you want, and if you can, whatever you can afford as well. So go in there. So right off the bat, I would say, I'm guessing there is no drawback in just going straight into that right there to get those extra 120 points to help you out. If you want Arcana, then go ahead, you can choose whatever you want there. I would recommend probably going max on this troop limit. The character limit is a problem because there's 60 each. I can get it if I wanted to, but it would also require me to get this this increased difficulty to get those 20 points right there. And items, there's really no point in getting any of these in reality, except for Sherpa if you really want to. If you just have extra points at the end of trying to do this. I don't feel the need of having to get any of these, which you can simply, if you try to find them like at the start. Most of them are wild, and most of them don't have a faction. And if you find them, I don't know if you can recruit them right away, like with zero favor with them or reputation. But one time you give them a gift, that should be enough for most of them. Astrid required twice, but I remember that some other ones required just simple one time to be able to bring them over to your side or recruit them. Anyways, that you save yourself 100 points right there each, so there's no point in doing that. It's really a waste of points, I believe. I completely and totally believe that these right here are very good if obviously you're gonna go with a melee class, or not melee but just physical damage class. Anyways, the build is what I want to say. Since I'm experienced with the Hashashin class more than anything, really, in reality, just the only one, I would probably try to mix it with that. But something's funny is that if you wanted to, you could make yourself, a complete and totally jack of all trades type thing. Maybe not completely and totally. I don't know if I'll have enough points. Yeah, you won't be able to get all of them, but you'd be able to get a bunch of them. And then if you cancel out on, what else do I have active? Oh yeah, these right here. If you cancel that out, you probably get more points. Cancel that out, just leave that. So let's see, we obviously need that one down there. Yeah, you can get yourself 1 2 3 4 5 6 classes combined, which probably too much and very excessive. It will take you forever to get enough wisdom crystals from those places that you can get them from on the map to be able to complete whatever you want. Anyways, since I'm experienced with that, I would probably go Hashashin mainly because of this teleport blinking skill. I like that a lot, but then you'd have to find a way to increase your attack speed or whatnot. I like these three right here. I also like Berserker, but I can go without that one. I can forego that one because it doesn't really have abilities for like blinking type. A charge does have something similar, which is this charging retreat, and I believe Berserk doesn't have one. I think there was one, or there was something in here. Leap is kind of similar, but Brutal Collision is actually similar. Much similar, more similar to charging retreat than anything else. The other one's more jumping, and you can still get knocked out of the air. I don't know if you can get attacked while you're charging. Anyways, these skills, they're kind of expensive in points. If you really want some of them, you could go for them. I still like the Enchanted Blade. If you're gonna go melee, or you can still go hybrid. The Sultan class, I wouldn't recommend going for anything like that because it's their range. You would probably have to go for things like this because of their turret summoning abilities, their machina and whatnot. So that would be mostly it right there. And since I have a ton of more points right there, I could go for maybe adding Guardian or Stamina right here, or this, or maybe other skills. I couldn't even forego that. Still, I wouldn't touch that. If you want to increase, your, what's that thing called? Oh, you can also try to go for this right here. I can go for all 3 points right there because of my limit now, but I don't have this, so I would have to go back on that, get rid of that. Skills, where is it? I don't really care for the crit boost or that, so go back on that. And right here, character limit, so you can have more, and that's my max right there basically. So I can basically use all points up if I choose these 3 options here. With the Nameless, I get that extra right there. Nothing on that one. Squad, nothing. Skills, no extra skills like these over here, special skills, but I'll be able to get Guardian, strength boost, dexterity boost, and then these 3 over here, and then plus a class skill as well if you want it. If you don't, you have other options. Anyways, that's mostly it with that. And one thing that I had to discover on my own was here. It was the Arcana stuff here. If you choose this one, you're only able to get like learn the basic of each element that's available. I only ever found ice, fire, wind, or air, and that's it. I don't know if there's more. That's all I found. Personally, I didn't look for them. I have never searched it up if there's any other types. While I was going around conquering everything, that I just found them, by chance. Anyways, you can only learn level 1. You can't learn level 2 or 3. If you get this one, you can learn level 1 and 2. And if you get this one, well, obviously you can learn all 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3 of all types. Anyways, that's something I just wanted to point out because I had to learn that on my own because I wasn't sure, and that things like this I don't really feel like I need to. I don't feel like searching them up. I have searched stuff up, but after I finished like basically conquering everything, I'm like, you know what? I've gone around everywhere. I've found just about everything possible that I can think of. I've explored the entirety of maps, and I have not found this or that. Like the Tundra Dragon, I've only ever found the Ice Dragon, so I'm like, how the hell do I get the Fire? The Bane Dragon, the Phoenix King, because there's apparently that as well. And you have to go to Umbra Cliffs, and there's a portal for like creatures. You have to basically go to creature prisons or beast prisons, not the ones that give you regular characters. Not those. I don't think those give you anything good. But like the beast prisons in Umbra Cliffs, I think there's like 3 of them there. And then there's a portal in Zagros Mountains as well, on a frozen lake or something. That's also like a beast prison type thing, but there's only one, as far as I'm concerned. So there are those 4 locations where you can get maybe 1 or 2 units of those type of squads, and you obviously have to complete them to a max of 4 before you can move on to upgrading them or promoting them. Anyways, I think that's mostly it. Oh yeah, the difficulty here. So for each time you beat the game, you'd be able to increase. I don't know if you can choose how many different times you do this right here. I wonder if you take that off right there, if it'll let you confirm that option. Will it? I don't know if that's a bug, but I'm not gonna hit create because I don't really. Well, let's see what happens. Just randomly create it. I don't care. So apparently it's letting me create the character by removing that difficulty thing, and I still have the points. Let's where party. So I have the extra 3 right here, right? And then these 4 are unlocked through the talents, right? Talents over here. You get 2 from there. You get 1 from here, and you get another one from here. So that's the 4 that are remaining. So I still got that. We start with 6 here as default. So we're getting another 5 from the talents. I don't know if they're gonna patch that. I probably shouldn't be mentioning that. I don't know if the devs are aware of that issue right there. I didn't get any Sherpa, so our base is 60. What else? I think. Oh yeah, don't forget the skills. There are skills. So we have the strength, we have berserk, hashashin skills, the charge, the dexterity, and guarding. Basically kept everything. So yeah, that's kind of a bug right there, an exploitable bug. But anyways, let's get back to the screen just so I can explain a little bit about the difficulty thing. Okay, so this is gonna be the last thing just to wrap this up already. So this right here, every time you beat the game, you apparently increase the difficulty by 1 on here. I don't know if they're only gonna give you 20 points, or does it increase similar to this, where even though this one says a maximum of 5 times, but this one says there's no limit or difficulty cap. So I wonder if it will be like the money here, or the these things right here, where their maximum is 99 times. I don't know if this right here will be able to go past 99, and if you would get more points the higher the difficulty. Let's say you beat the game twice, so your difficulty level went up by up to 2. Would it let you choose difficulty 1 or 2? so on and so forth, like this. Let's say, okay, you have this many difficulties available, how many do you want? And will it give you the respective points that come along with it, yes or no? Or if it's just one time, then it's kind of like, man, maybe I shouldn't do it. Though there are two achievements associated with the difficulty, one for 2 or higher and one for 5 or higher, I believe. Anyways, not important right there. So for each difficulty level, it says here, you get a +2 levels to your hero default. So that means it starts at level 3, and it increases your hero level cap by 5. So it should be able to, instead of your max being 20 on normal, it'll be 25. That's my idea. I haven't confirmed that. All default troop levels, level cap, and upgrade requirements are +5. I'm guessing the upgrade requirement refers to the levels it requires to promote or to upgrade. Let's say if it was level 5, it's going to be level 10 now, but it starts at level 5. And level cap, let me tell you something, because I've been with the character post game, I've been going around conquering everything. I made it to level 38 with, I think, my Demon Lord. I have not reached the max of the troops, so I don't know how that's gonna be very useful unless you're like grinding like crazy. Oh, one other thing, sieging stuff, doing siege battles and stuff like that, you get a ton of XP doing those. I don't know if fighting characters gives you a ton of XP, but doing the sieges give you a ton. They give you like at least 100,000 more or less. They could give you like 90 something, but and some less depending on how many things you're fighting. But those things give you a ton of XP, just so you know. Anyways, gear drop scales. I'm guessing, I don't know if it's gonna be harder to get gear drops, or you're just gonna or like good gear, or if it's gonna be I don't think easier. I think it's just you're gonna get better loot, probably, right? I don't know, something like that. And then there is plus 30% health to all enemies and plus 20% attack bonus to all enemies, which kind of feels like a default thing for an increased difficulty. The 30% health, you could probably more or less is more or less what's the word? It doesn't really matter. It's not really that important. It's kind of insignificant, the 30% increase. If they're gonna die, they're gonna die. The problem is the attack. You're gonna take damage, more damage. Everyone in your squad is gonna take damage. So that's kind of like, obviously a kind of balance for you getting extra points to get extra stuff in these legacy settings, whatnot. And the increase levels for default levels and whatnot. Anyways, I think that's gonna be all for that. I don't really feel like doing a playthrough for the Nameless class. It's gonna be it's basically a no name person wanted by everyone, by everything. You can obviously I'm guessing you can increase your favor with them by helping them out or by paying them. Because if you're caught, I think if you want to get out of it without a fight, you can depending on, I guess it depends on how bad your reputation is with them, how much money you have to dish out before you start getting closer to a favorable reputation than a negative one. Anyways, and we've already done a playthrough, and there's no need to do another one of this. And with the Sultan, like I said, I want to do it quick, like a quick playthrough. Mainly just started out at the like the first episode with starting at the beginning of how the Sultan works, and it's the town or the tribe it's in charge of, and from there just basically start mashing things out on my own, and advance quickly, and probably just show off like the plot quests for the Sultan itself, and stuff like that. Not really everything else, there's no need, because we've already seen most of it, and the main quest doesn't really matter. But I have seen, I was looking at the achievements for this game on Steam, and apparently there is a true ending, and there is also one for the Spirit Master. Everyone else has been excluded. Anyways, so there's a true ending for the main quest, but there's also a true ending for the Spirit Master's plot quest. I think that's what it's called. I think that's what that's about. Anyways, uh, I think that's mostly it right there. So I'm gonna try to keep it to a very minimum, maybe 5 episodes max. I really don't want to do too many, just to show off the the interesting stuff of the town management. With that isn't just like 4 or 5 plots of land or sections or whatnot. Because the Sultan has a entire tribe to deal with, so he has, I don't know, like 20 or so. I don't know. It has a lot. Anyways, that's all for now. Uh, Thank you all for watching. The next episode will more than likely be the the first episode for the Sultan playthrough. Quick short playthrough, and that's all for now. So thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more. Hit that like button if you liked the episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.